German Chancellor Angela Merkel has announced plans to slowly ease restrictions brought in to tackle the coronavirus pandemic.
Social distancing rules will stay in place until at least the 3rd of May, with Ms. Merkel also recommending the use of face masks in shops and on public transport.
But as of next week, shops under a certain size could open their doors.
And schools will gradually start to reopen from the 4th of May.
Ms. Merkel said the country had achieved fragile intermediate success through the strict measures.
The Chancellor said the country must keep focused and keep going, adding that they do not have a lot of room for maneuver.
Large public gatherings including religious services will remain banned until the 31st of August. Bars, cafes, restaurants, cinemas and music venues will all remain closed.
According to Germany's Robert Koch Institute (RKI), the country has 127,584 confirmed cases and has reported 3,254 deaths.
Ms. Merkel's announcement makes Germany the latest European nation to start easing restrictions.
France, however, has extended its lockdown measures for 4 more weeks until the 11th of May. Belgium will maintain its restrictions until at least the 3rd of May.
And in Russia, veterans groups have called for President Vladimir Putin to postpone the World War II 75th anniversary victory parade planned for the 9th of May, because of the risk it could pose to participants.
After a video conference with the heads of Germany's 16 states, Ms. Merkel announced the gradual loosening of the strict lockdown measures.
Schools can reopen, gradually and very slowly, after the 4th of May, she said, with new safety measures for breaks and school buses, and priority given to those students with exams.
It will be a great logistical effort and it needs very careful preparation, she said.
Shops of up to 800 square meters, 8,600 square feet, could be able to restart their businesses from Monday, provided they have plans to maintain hygiene, she said.
Car dealers, bicycle shops and bookstores can all reopen, regardless of their size. Hairdressers will be allowed to open their doors from the 4th of May, provided they too comply with strict hygiene measures.
But the lockdown is far from over. The Chancellor strongly recommended people don protective face masks while shopping and while taking public transport, saying this will help to protect other people.
It makes Germany the latest country to issue guidance on face masks in public, although Ms. Merkel did not make it mandatory.
Europe's biggest economy entered a recession in March, its economy ministry said, citing collapsing global demand, interruption of supply chains, changes in consumer behavior and uncertainty among investors.
The German government last month passed a stimulus package worth €750 billion, £653 billion, $816 billion, in a bid to help ease the effect of the virus. Economists and governments are increasingly worried about the impact of the global pandemic. The head of the International Monetary Fund has warned that the world faces its worst economic crisis since the Great Depression in the 1930s. Last week the EU agreed a €500 billion rescue package for member states hit hard by the outbreak. European Commission Chief Ursula von der Leyen set out a roadmap on Wednesday for a gradual lifting of restrictions across the 27-state bloc, but made clear it was not a signal to act immediately. She set out key conditions involving a significant decrease in the spread of COVID-19, capacity in the health system, surveillance and monitoring. A donors' conference will take place online for governments and organizations to pledge money in search of a vaccine, Mrs. von der Leyen added.